You are at that stage. You are at that stage in your life where you are just finishing this chapter, and that chapter is on the left side of the page, the end of it, and the new chapter is beginning on the right. And right now, after reading that last chapter, it was already so intense. You've already felt all these raw, immense amount of emotions, feelings, struggles, hurdles you had to go over. And now you're thinking about so much of this next chapter and what's in store. And you've been preparing for this chapter from the last chapter. And should you read that next chapter right now in this very moment? And you're already thinking, like, what is going to happen in this chapter? Is it going to happen the way I wanted to? Because that last chapter didn't. You probably got a lot of the things that you actually wanted in that last chapter from everything that you did, and it didn't exactly turn out the way you thought it would, the way you envisioned it, the way you meditated yourself into it, the way you tried to manifest it. It didn't exactly turn out the way you wanted to, and yet it did, though, right? You gained valuable lessons, not the way you wanted to. You learned. Maybe you stepped into a deeper expression of your own vulnerability, and that allowed you to really define this next chapter. And right now, maybe things may be feeling stagnant for you. And what's important is to realize maybe right now is the time to take a break and rest and not overexhaust yourself. Give yourself a moment to reflect on the last chapter. Maybe even go back and reread some parts. Maybe look back at some of the lessons and see how you can implement them now. Because sometimes we do learn these lessons, and if we don't fully learn how to integrate them, they will keep showing up in the next chapter. And that's what I want you to realize that is coming out for you, is to prepare yourself for this next chapter by relaxing and just reflecting. When you get stuck in doing too much and you're just ready to go read the next chapter of your life, you're not giving yourself the time you need to actually expand into this new version that you're creating. Because just like a butterfly, it emerges from its cocoon and it needs its wings to dry before it can take flight. And right now, your guides, the angels, God, Source, Creator, whatever's in divine alignment for you to believe in this higher power, which nobody's denying, the name is just different. It's giving you the time to just reflect and relax and let your wings dry before you fly. Even right now, I'm taking a quick pause because whatever else is coming through, I'm allowing it to just build its energy. And it's okay to do that. And sometimes another thing is we start to have a lot of fear that we need to keep taking action. Like, I need to keep speaking the words that are coming out or getting channeled through in order for me to have a good content, right? It's a fear. You know, I got this comment once saying someone told me, like, you don't speak fast enough. And I'm like, and I replied to them, I'm like, that's okay. My content isn't made for everyone. It's meant for those that it will reach. Like, that's something I had to go over and let go of myself, right? That's a fear. So a lot of times we expect things, they have to be a certain way when it's not exactly in alignment with who we are. If we try too much to be something that we're not, it becomes inauthentic and we start to not like what we're creating. So if I just keep thinking I need to go 0 to 100 and a million miles per hour, freaking Rolodex out of my mouth, like, I'm not going to enjoy it as much. And another thing is that I've learned is these pauses allow my listeners, which is you, time to reflect on the words that I've been saying, on what you're being guided towards. It gives you that moment to actually have those thoughts in your head. So it's okay to take a break. It's okay to take a break, a pause, whatever you need. And sometimes my videos do go a million miles per hour. Sometimes I'll just be like, pew, 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 freaking laser beams. And that's just not really like the energy I want to keep putting out. It's burning out. It burns me out. And just like you, it's time to take a little break and prepare. Reflect on your people, places and things, your relationships, how vulnerable you are with yourself. Are you really ready to take this next step? Is there anything that you want to bring with you to this next step that's going to benefit you, and integrate it to now? And it's okay to take a break, because if you keep focusing on the future and you expect things to happen a certain way and they don't, just like the last chapter, you're going to be disappointed every single time that it's not happening the way you want it. And you've already done all this work. It's literally the same thing. Like, if you haven't realized it, it's always it's always new levels, same freaking devils. That's how life is. It's just this constant spiral. It's like you will eventually come to the same thing, repeat the same cycle, except this time it's a new level of it. You're going to handle it differently. You're more prepared. It's going to be more intense, and it's going to be more on your plate than you could have handled previously. It just keeps going. And it's the same kind of thing. You just get better. And you have to allow yourself that time to rest in order to actually see and harvest and yield the benefits of the results that you're creating. Because the results that you're creating aren't just about, like, your financial success or how many subscribers you're getting or how many likes you're getting. Like, it's not all about that. It's about the simple results of you just even posting a video, you just even creating an art piece, you just even starting. Because literally 99% of people hold themselves back. Till eventually all that pressure comes down to, like, they're not being who they want to be in their life, and it collapses. And you have to be who you want to be with people, places, and things, your environments, your friends, the content you create. Everything's content. You post art, you make music, it's content. Whatever it is. A business, essentially you're going to be making content, right? The more vulnerable you can be with yourself and more in alignment with that version of who you actually are, it creates a filter. It means it blocks off the people that aren't meant for you. Just like if I have to talk a million miles per hour to make that one person happy in the comments, it would change what I'm creating for the people that I actually want to serve, that I want to help, that are meant to hear the message. It'll be inauthentic. And you know what? It's a filter. They don't have to watch my content. I know that they will find someone that resonates with them to help them achieve the same level of success, breakthroughs, understanding, and the message they need to receive. It may not be from me, and that's okay. And I'm okay with that. So that's another thing that comes into alignment, is to realize that you have to be okay with not exactly seeing the results that you want right now. You have to be okay with not being able to fly as your wings are drying. So let your wings dry before you fly. Okay, so have an alchemizing day. Namaste, and peace out.